welcome to Sports Talk on the Tuesday night edition. We are live at the WJRG television network. I'm Dr. Jerry Green, host, my good friend, the producer of the show, Big Don. What's up, Don?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
You're looking good, too. And the legend himself, to my right, Bruce Austin. What's up, Bruce?
Another beautiful day.
All right. And all the way in Jacksonville, Florida. What's up, my brother, my one and only brother, Henry Green. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How's everybody this evening?
We are blessed. And all the way in Frederick, Maryland, my brother-in-law, Larry Pearson. What's up, brother Larry?
Everything's good.
All right. And our sports legend, and my a sports writer in my Jerry Green's newsletter, Anthony McLean. What's up, Anthony?
Doing good, doing good.
All right. First of all, welcome to the show. Once again, all you guys, we're gonna have a great time today. I'm gonna be good tonight, though. I'm not gonna.
No, you ain't. Every time you say that,
we need you to be bad. I'm already about to start with Larry because I don't see nothing to say Chief up there today.
Yeah. You guys know me. Every now and then I got throw monkey wrench in there.
Yeah.
So Larry, what you got for me, man?
Well, you're gonna have to roll with the day. I'm not up to date with the brackets.
Okay.
No, we can start with football.
Start
I know
with
you
football.
don't. Yeah, we start with football.
Whatever you got.
Okay, starting with football. My first thing is starting with Diggs. I want to see if Diggs, a quarterback, is he somebody that somebody will go after? You know, if they can get him for about maybe $3 million, not to start, but to put him as a backup, just to have a good secondary. I think with all his talent he got, I think coming up the bench for somebody, he might be a standout.
I thought Green Bay signed him.
Green Bay signed him, released him.
Oh, they released him already.
Yeah, after the playoff loss. What do you think, Bruce?
Yeah. He gonna be tough, man, because before he got the injury, he was getting burned a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be hard for him. Like you said, though, if he get a job, it'll be a backup. He won't get no starting job no more, I don't think. Unless he go to one of them camps and prove that, you know, he's over his injury and he's back where they want to see him at. But I don't see him starting again.
So you think $3 million is too much to ask?
I don't think so, because I think he's trying to get a little bit more than that. But you know,
More than that.
I say $3 million to be safe.
Yeah.
I'll say the same thing. I mean, but $3 million is $3 million, too. Now.
No.
I mean, it's hard to turn out to $3 million.
That's the position he is.
If nobody wants him, we might can discuss that down to $2 million.
Right. Stay home.
Yeah. I mean, $1 million is $3 million is $3 million, man. Please. What do you think, Anthony?
He might have to get one of those 1-year prove it deals, especially coming off of the injury. It's gonna be tough. I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing my team Carolina bring him in just for a look-see, because they're adding a lot of defensive guys and then bringing them in for a look-see. He might be worth the 1 year, you know, I don't know about 3, but maybe coming in, say, $1 million or $2 million with incentives.
And by the 6th game, he'd be home.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Because coming off that injury, coming off the injury, teams are going to want to be like, hey, can you play a full season? And of course he's going to say yeah, but he's going to have to prove himself again. He's going to have to prove himself again.
Yeah, but did you see that when he came back, he was getting beat on a lot of stopping goals?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey, what you think, bro?
Yeah, well, before his injury, he was a great corner.
Yes, very great.
Dallas Cowboys. Because he led the league, I think, that year in interceptions. He played really well. And like Bruce was saying, now when he got hurt, because it was a knee injury, I don't know what he was out for a while for his knee. Now when he came back, he wasn't the same player. So I don't know if he came back too early, but he was getting beat before. He was really great. So I know Dallas cut him. and I know he was sitting at home, and then Green Bay did pick him up, but I didn't hear what happened after that. So are you guys saying that he's asking for $3 million? I don't know the situation.
Yeah, Green Bay let him go.
They let him go.
Oh, they just let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nobody picked him up yet.
Yeah, it's still. I think he'll get picked up. For a team, he probably be a backup for a team that needs a backup cornerback, because he could probably still play. So I would say, yeah, I believe he'll be playing this year, but he probably won't be starting.
Okay.
But as a cornerback, he gonna need those knees, ain't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, when they put in and they bring in like 5 backs in the defense, they might be one of them packages. He might be one of them where they throw him in one of them packages like that.
Yeah.
All right, so what else you got, Larry?
Yes, I was looking at the Buffalo Bills. Do you think it's gonna make a difference, the Buffalo Bills, with their new receiver they picked up from the Bears? My problem with him, he dropped a lot of passes, especially around playoff time. He caught a lot during the season. He caught some great passes, but he dropped some too. So I don't know if them paying him all this money for him to be the man to change things around for the Bills. I don't see it. What about you, Anthony? What do you think?
It might be a thing of a change of scenery. But that would be like the only thing I would say. But yeah, I'm sort of like with you. It's he's gonna he's coming off of an up and down season, and basically he's replacing Diggs in a sense, and he actually had a worse year than Diggs had. Diggs, for all the whatever, he still was 1,000-yard receiver. He was, to me, I think he still was their most consistent. They're asking a lot out of him coming off of a down year, so the pressure's going to be on him. He's going to have to earn that cash.
Do you think Buffalo gonna still be in the same place it was this year?
I mean, they took a step down bringing him in. I mean, I know there was a lot of allegedly there was a lot of off the field stuff. To be honest with you, I think I think they're taking a step back with him. I truly do.
I totally agree. Okay, Henry, what you think?
It's hard to say because Buffalo, the whole key is Josh Allen. So they're going to go as far as he take them. I really don't think it really doesn't matter. They did better last year than any of us thought they would. So I would say if Josh Allen is healthy, I don't think it really matters. That's my take. I think he's Buffalo.
But are they going to get over the hump though?
Oh, I don't know. Because this year.
That's what I disagree with when you said it's all on Josh Allen. They'll go as far as him. Seattle done proved that. I mean, Seattle defense, the Seahawks, stepped up against New England, and even the running back got the MVP. It wasn't Sam McDonald. What's his name again? McDonald. Right. So I'm saying you can't just put it on the quarterback and say it's Josh Allen. He got to do this. He got to do all that, because that's not going to work out. It takes a team or a defense or something to help you do it.
It does take a team, but see, everything got leadership. When you look at the Lakers, you're gonna think right now, what's his name?
Luka, yeah.
Even though he got players around him, if you look at San Antonio, you're gonna think Wembyana. Every team got a leader, and Josh Allen is the man that always get the credit when they're doing good.
Sure,
Josh this, Josh that. They always try to make him MVP for the year, so let him go down with the ship.
Right.
So Josh Allen, like you said, because he get up there, he played great, they winning, he gonna get all the credit.
Okay.
So if they don't play great, they losing, let them go down with the ship. That's the way I see it.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see them getting any better with this move. I think they're gonna stay the same. They're gonna be in the thick of things like they always are. Henry did say I think they had a great year, but I didn't see them have a great year.
Me neither.
I thought they do what they just normally do. They fell in the same spot they always fall in. You know, Josh Allen, the rest of them. So, nah, I think Josh Allen, when you got a leader, that's what the leader's out there for.
Okay. All right. Kendall and Bishop, welcome to the show, man.
Blessings
Hey.
to you, gentlemen. How's everybody?
All
Great.
right.
Doing good.
Larry, you can ask the question again. These guys just came on if you want to.
Okay, we're talking about the Bills. In the offseason, they went and got Chicago's best wide receiver. Is that going to be enough to get them over the hump?
No,
No,
no.
definitely not.
Is it going to make them a better team?
Nope. See, at the end of the day, and Kendall, maybe I'm gonna let you go first.
No, you go first. I'm in agreement with you.
I'm gonna let the youngster go first.
I'm
Anyway,
listen. I'm in agreement with you. I'm just
yeah,
nodding my head. Go ahead. I'm
I'm
giving
looking
you an
at it.
amen.
The Bills got more problems than their offense. Okay, I mean they they do need they need another quality receiver. What's his name? Moore used to play for
Yeah.
Chicago. They need another quality receiver to complement him because when you double team Moore, where are they going next? Their tight end is next in line. Their secondary receiver is like one of us can play. The water boy can hold that position at this present point in time. Their special teams is still in need of some help. How do you give up? The Bills gave up the third or fourth most touchdowns on special teams than all the other teams in the NFL. I mean, how are you going to have 80 and 90-yard runs? I mean, they build a quick wedge, and the next thing you know, the rest of them, the kicker's the only one that could save the game. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to sit down on the bench. I done my job. Can't do that. Now, on defense, their front line is solid. Their secondary is suspect. Their corners and their safeties, Lord help them, please. I mean, think about it. How many times have you seen the Bills safeties burn or the Bills corners burn? Why do you think why do you think they got beat like they did? And they didn't get beat with a short pass or a long run. They got beat with the bomb. Simple as that. Go check YouTube. Every time you turn around, a big play happens. It's a 50, 60, 70-yard deal. And usually some scrub that just walked on the team like 5 minutes before the concession stand closed up. He's the one catching the ball. I'm gonna leave that alone. Come on, Kendall. I know you're gonna
Yeah,
finish
I'm in
up.
total agreement. I mean, the Buffalo Bills are the Buffalo Bills. Traditionally, they're a team that's always kind of been there. Matter of fact, they went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row. And Josh Allen should give Lamar Jackson that MVP. How can you go 900 rushing yards, 4,000 passing yards, and it's never happened before, and you're leading your division and not win the MVP? Well, that must be just like when Albert Bell did something that still hasn't been repeated. That was 50 doubles and 50 home runs and 147 RBIs, and they gave Mo Vaughn the MVP that year. Buffalo, just one of those tweeners. They're always going to be one of those tweeners. When we think about the AFC, I mean, just name three teams. They're not going to be in your top three. People are going to say Pat Mahomes when he gets back. They're going to say Denver, the way Denver played, and then Lamar Jackson with that running back in the backfield. So, nah. They're not addressing certain issues. They're not addressing the offensive team. Josh Allen has to run because, the offensive line is just not a super offensive line. He needs a lot more. He needs a running back there, running game. He's going to need two receivers. And like you say, defense. I mean, come on, I'll score 30, but I'll give up 35. I mean, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Buffalo, nah, not in the equation. But he's a great player.
Well, I mean, where you got him at this year? To listen to you and Bishop, they don't even belong out there. Where you got him at this year?
No, that's just realistically what
I don't even have them in the top four in the AFC.
Okay.
That's what they look like. I mean, they're under the impression that everything's going to be okay. Josh Allen is getting older. He can't do what he did last year or the year before that or the year before that. This year is going to be a little different. He has to do less scrambling, less running because last year, I mean, you could take into consideration 2 or 3 games where if Allen had tucked the ball, they may have had a shot to win, would have got a better seed and maybe a better chance at getting to the Super Bowl. I mean, the way he's running so loosely now, it's second nature to him, and all they do is one quick karate chop across the wrist, and the ball is loose. You know,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Nothing more than that. I ain't gonna put them out, but they'll be there. But the question is, to what extent? First round get put out, second round get put out, semis, finals.
I think the defense is just aged. You know, their linebackers are no more good. You know, they get too many injuries over the years.
Yep.
They don't have no standouts. That nobody that gun you could think that can get to you. No, nobody outstanding on the defense. You know, that can get to you. You know, except Oliver, and Oliver stays hurt. So,
Go ahead, Anthony. What you want to say on that?
Oh no, I spoke.
You said it.
Well, isn't Josh Allen always in the running for MVP? Are they always building him up though?
yeah, they always building them up.
He won it.
Well, you're looking for a face of the NFL.
That one white guy, they got to build up somebody.
Right. And plus, he's also, dating a screen actress. They're having a baby. So, they want him to be the face of the NFL.
He did. But he's not backing it up.
All right, Larry, I know you and Anthony got to go to Bible study sometimes before the show's up. Let's move to March Madness real fast.
Okay, let's go to March Madness. The top team is Duke.
Okay.
Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Your top 4 dogs. After you get below that, I think Houston, they don't have a greater team they had last year, but they can cause some havoc. They ain't gonna win no championship. UConn, hit or miss, Iowa State, I don't know about them. Purdue, they do the same thing they normally do. Virginia and St. John's, I ain't got no, I ain't got no trust.
Forget about Kentucky and Arkansas.
Kentucky and Arkansas are gonna do what they normally do.
Get put out.
They win about two games and go home.
But they both have national championships.
Right.
That's
when last time they had one? Do you remember?
I know it's been a long time, but they have them.
Was your kid?
Think
about it. When last they won national championship?
I know Nolan Richardson, 40 minutes
right?
of hell in Arkansas. Kentucky, I think Pitino. And was Rick Pitino the coach at that time? Ron Mercer and the
go
boys?
back over 20 years,
Kentucky, did he?
California won.
I'll be honest with you.
With Kentucky.
Kentucky can get there. The problem with Kentucky.
Calipari coaching Arkansas now.
Yep, I was getting ready to tell you. Arkansas.
That's right.
Country.
That's right. Because the Brow got one. John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins didn't get one, but the Brow, Anthony Davis got one. He sure did. Yep.
But Arkansas is 5-5 the last 10 games. Come on.
But they've got some big wins. They've got some big wins during the season, though. That's the only thing. Yeah. And Calipari's always been a good coach during the tournament. They're kind of young, though. I think that's the only reason why. And with the SEC, they just like on the women's side, they kill each other during the year.
I'll tell you like this, and I know you mentioned the 1s and the 2s, Larry. You didn't know much about Iowa State. Iowa State is a dangerous team, and they're under the radar. People ain't even paying attention to Iowa State. Houston, they can play, but give them the right situation, and you'll catch them in the Final Four. But they're in the East, were they in the which bracket? They're in the West bracket, so they might have the toughest bracket right now is the East bracket. You got UConn, Kansas, Michigan State, Louisville, St. John's, I'm missing somebody. Let me think. Duke and got Kansas. Somebody's missing. But anyway, the bottom line is this: whoever comes out of the East is winning the title. Whoever comes out of the East. And I don't look at Duke as a #1 seed, overall #1. I think they should have been a #3 #1. But the media has always been like coddling Duke.
Who beat Duke
Duke
besides
number
North
one-
Carolina on the fluke?
Duke was #1 in the country. How they gonna be a #3 seed?
Well, no, I said a #3 #1, a third #1, not a 1-1, but a 3-1.
They should be a 1-1.
They was #1 in the country.
That you know what? Their strength of schedule, Bruce.
No difference. It don't make no difference. They're #1 in the country.
Except for the teams they played, their non-conference schedule was not that great. Every with the exception of Illinois, and I'm trying to remember who, and I believe it was.
Michigan.
Only
They
two
beat
teams
Michigan.
they played non-conference where they made any kind of, and they barely beat both of them. UConn played both of them and took them both out. Okay,
Yeah,
took them out.
They said the same thing about UConn girls being in the weak Big East, but in the tournament they play everybody, and they come out.
But listen, the UConn girls played a good non-conference schedule.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they said the Big East is weak.
But that's all right. They can say what they want to say. I mean, when they played Stanford, when they played South Carolina, when they played Tennessee, when they played Vanderbilt, them ain't weak teams.
Yeah, but Vanderbilt got beat by 50.
I'm talking about the women, not the men. The men always get beaten.
I'm talking about the women. The last game of the season that the tournament, they got beat by 50.
That's all right.
Got blown
I mean, they
out.
might have injuries. I don't keep
They
up.
got no injuries. They got the same.
My point is this, Bruce. You can't go by your conference. What does your non-conference schedule look like? And believe it or not, the teams that UConn has to play against in this East are, with the exception of Louisville and Iowa State, UConn played all these teams already in the regular season this year.
But what I'm saying is, you can't go by the conference. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't say anything about the conference. I said non-conference.
They said the men that they was in that Duke played a week schedule, right?
A week non-conference schedule.
I said
In other words, the teams they played out of their conference were not that strong, with the exception of Illinois and Michigan State. Now, find me another team they played where they had any that was a powerhouse during that time. I would agree with you. I can't count North
They
Carolina.
played Alabama.
Michigan. Alabama wasn't even ranked this year, was they? No.
They were.
Isn't Alabama averaging 90 points a game?
Alabama wasn't even ranked this year, I don't think.
They're giving up about 100.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Aren't they on pace to being breaking the scoring record for regular season?
They were playing.
Them and LIU, I think, are the highest ranked teams.
Like Paul Westhead did at Loyola Marymount, just ran. No clock.
Yeah. Up and down,
no
up and down.
whatsoever. None. Zero.
Listen, I need to ask you guys one question because I'm a little confused. I'm just really getting into March Madness a lot. I watched when St. John's beat UConn, right?
Oh, yeah.
They put UConn as 2, and John, they was #1. They down to 5.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, that made no sense to me. They beat them in the regular season and in the tournament.
They beat them twice. Yeah, I don't get that one.
They won the Big East.
The coach is the coach.
Here it is. Those 2 wins. Again, they got to look at the overall. Here's how they do it. They look at the overall strength of schedule. And in this case, St. John's was 38 or 39th, which is a very good rating. They look at key wins. St. John's has some very key wins, 2 over UConn. I can't remember who else it was. I didn't look at their whole schedule, but they had some bad losses too. Okay. When you lose to unranked teams by 10 or more, they take that into consideration. Even though they won the Big East, Now, I'm not making excuses for the Huskies. Had they won the Big East championship, they would have been the #3 overall #1 seed. But
They
it
beat
didn't
the
happen.
Huskies good,
Let's
man.
not worry about it.
They beat them real good, Bishop. They beat
Yeah, but they
the
lost by 20. You know,
Listen,
so
no time
I
out.
just think that St. John should be ranked over UConn.
I got this. It was just 2 weeks ago that St. John's lost by 40. So what are you trying to say?
They beat
Hello?
UConn twice, though. Who they
You're
beat?
peaking at the right time.
They beat UConn the first time by 6, I think, and then the next time they lost by 40.
So
All
that-
right.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, in Hartford. In Hartford, yeah.
Was it by 40? I know they beat them
They
pretty
lost
It was
bad.
big. Yeah, it was
by
big.
40.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know
So-
it was bad, but UConn lost the big one
Boy, Bishop,
for
stand
the
your ground.
conference title.
Stand your ground,
I'm
Bishop.
standing my ground, Jerry. The bottom line is simply this: you can say what you want to say. I'm a little appalled that St. John should have gotten nothing less than a 3 or a 4 because they won the Big East. This is the disrespect they have had for the Big East for years. That's why it just gives me great joy, whether it's UConn, whether it's Georgetown, St. John's, or whoever's there, Creighton for that matter. Any Big East team that wins a national title, oh, I'm going bananas. I'm gonna look Dickie V in the face and say, yeah, now what?
Yeah,
That's
but Creighton,
all I'm trying
you
to
can't
say.
beat nobody but UConn.
Listen, it's not, you know what I'm hoping for, and this is just my hope alone, my opinion. I'm hoping for the rematch between UConn and Arizona because UConn should have beat Arizona. UConn had 2 players out when they lost by 1 to Arizona. And Arizona was at full strength at that time. So what happens when both teams are at full strength and in their full stride? We don't even want to talk about that. Nonetheless, I'm not gonna worry about that because they got a bigger problem. They got a bigger
Arizona
problem.
ain't nowhere in there.
Yeah, Arizona's in the West, I believe, or somewhere. I'm talking about. I'm getting down to the Final 4.
Did you watch that last game with St. John?
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched it.
I
They shut
painfully
Ball down, man.
watched that game.
Ball turned into James Harden. I think he only had 5. He's supposed to be one of their stars. He only had about 5.
Okay.
The
Bruce?
star is that kid named Mullins. That's the star right now.
No, Ball is the star. Mullins is the undercard.
Yeah, but he's been coming and giving you 15, 20 every night.
Solo Ball went missing.
Off the bench.
Caravan went missing. And believe it or not, the bench showed up more than the starters did. Mullins
Is that
missing.
Mullins' son though?
I don't know. I don't think it's Chris Mullins' son.
that
No,
ain't Mullins.
no
No.
relation.
I don't think so.
No relation.
He would be older than that, probably. He would be older than that.
I'm
And he-
looking forward to seeing what Cameron Boozer does and AJ Dibansa does because he got Darius Acuff, Yaxel Lendenberg, and JT Toppin. That's the All-American team. Cameron Boozer, AJ Dibansa, Darius Acuff Jr., Yaxel Lendenberg, and JT Toppin.
Yeah, but AJ
First team All-American.
But Duke gonna take it because last year they supposed to took it.
No, Duke ain't
So-
gonna
There was no way in the world last year they was getting past Florida. Let's just put that out there now. Florida was they were too, not, what's the word? Not aggressive. They played too physical and they were way too quick. No way in the world.
Did
It's
Duke have,
gonna be the same thing this year. Florida and Duke gonna be near the top.
they got no
That's-
excuse.
Antoine
Duke got no excuse last year. They had Cooper Flag. They got no
And-
excuse.
They sure
They
did. Thank you. They had no excuse last year. They got
Cooper
and the
Flag
only
blew
excuse
that
they got
one.
this year. The thing I'm looking at is keep your eyes on that Eastern region. That is going to be a bloodbath, okay? Because even the 7, 8, and 9 ranked teams have the ability to upset anyone. I'm going to say Furman isn't a great team. They're a great outside shooting team. If UConn does not guard that 3 line, it's going to be utter embarrassment for them. Simple as that. Because Furman, they're not great. They only shoot 37, 38% in the 3-point line. But at the same time, when they hitting, and ain't nothing you can do about it. That was like, remember that year UMBC took out Virginia? You may see something of that caliber again if UConn comes in there sleepwalking. You can't look past, I'm just going through the Husky schedule. You can't look past UCLA because UCLA is a very formidable opponent. And if they come in at full strength, UConn is staring in the mirror. The question is, who wants it the most?
I hope
Yeah,
that's
ironically, UMBC is playing in one of the early four games later on tonight.
Exactly. And I'm gonna be watching them because hey, of all teams, they probably won't go nowhere, but I'm really hoping Howard finds a way to get in, you know?
Yeah, that would
Now,
be great.
just
Yeah,
for
first time that
FYI,
Howard men and women in the tournament. For
And
the first time.
UMBC is actually playing Howard at 6:40.
That's the first game tonight. That's the
yep,
first game.
7
Actually, the
o'clock.
first game is Liberty and George Mason. It's going on right now. 23-15.
I thought that was the NIT.
I thought it'll start.
You sure that's not the NIT,
Yeah,
Kendall?
yeah, I thought that will start the Thursday.
Might be.
But
Yeah.
the
the
NIT
actual,
starts tonight.
the actual tournament, like they have the the play-in games,
And then they got a day's travel.
Now it's 60. It's 68 teams now.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
68 teams. 4 teams play in for the last 2 spots.
Yeah,
And
When
when
I
qualifying.
when I finished my bracket, I actually had Michigan beating St. John's in the final.
well, I had UConn beating Arizona in the final.
I think people are kind of. I know they lost to Duke, but I really like Michigan's team. I think they're a very underrated team.
St. John's gonna get past Kansas.
Arizona gonna take it this year.
Hmm?
A lot of people think Arizona gonna take it this year.
Arizona and Duke are like the 2 big prohibitive favorites. Duke might be getting in more on reputation more than anything else. I know they had a good year, but they don't. I don't see them as. That's just me. I just don't see them going for. I actually think that St. John's could actually take them out in the. If
I would agree, but at the same time, I'm still gonna bank on. I'm a bank on this. All right. My heart's desire, UConn, Arizona. My actual desire, it could be Kansas and Arizona. It could be
My
Kansas.
heart's desire is Duke versus UConn.
Hey,
That's
listen,
how
that's
the
the Eastern final.
Get your heart checked out before the game.
And my breakdown.
Because Duke was our first championship. That's the only reason why. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Duke
And,
gonna
hey,
beat
now,
it.
hey, you want to hear something crazy? And I followed this pattern after they lost to St. John's like they did. Do you guys realize every time UConn was in the Big East championship, they were down as many as 8 to 10 points. When they in 2011 they came back and won. 91, which was their first championship, they came back and won because they played Syracuse. 2011 they came back. They were playing Louisville. 14 they came back. When Shabazz Napier was captain, they had to cut. They were down 10. So I'm learning that in tournament play, with the exception of the Maui Classic, which I watched a couple of games from there, I watched their last game. They got a bad habit of going to sleep the first 3 minutes of the game. And you get a team that can shoot the lights out like St. John's did the other last Saturday whenever they played. Yeah, UConn never recovered, never got off the schneid. So what can I say?
They out-hustled them. They played better defense. It wasn't just all about shooting when it came to St. John.
Yeah, listen, it was all physical.
Yeah, St. John dogged them out the center.
Yeah.
UConn center had the best game he had this year, but he didn't get no help.
Listen, I was on the fan, WFAN, with Adam Shine, and another caller said this. You got to call Rick Pitino, the godfather of the Big East, because he's got Dan Hurley's number. He's got their number. Simple as that. In the last 2 years, Pitino has lost a total of 4 games in the last 2 years in the Big East.
Yeah, they won
That's
it
saying
last
something.
year.
That's saying something.
Yeah, they won it last year and this year.
Yeah, they sure did. Regular season and the tournament title twice. So I'm expecting them, just because they're going to have an attitude, to at least end up in the Final Four for the Eastern region. So UConn may have to look at St. John's again if they get past UCLA.
Yeah, but the thing I like about that St. John UConn game is St. John, they bullied UConn, man.
That's exactly what they did. You're right. Now, if you guys want to go to the game, the first half is in Philly, and then DC has the semifinals and the finals. So I'm gonna wait till they come to DC, and if UConn don't get to DC, ain't no sense of me going down to the Capitol Center.
I thought you said they're gonna have the first half and the second half gonna be somewhere else.
The second half of B&D. Bruce, ain't nobody listening to you. Go ahead, Larry.
Oh, man.
What else you
Okay.
got, bud?
Okay. Now let's go with the ladies.
Wow.
Now everybody says a foregone conclusion that UConn gonna take it, but there's a couple of teams out there. There's South Carolina's out there.
They can't do nothing with UConn. Only team
UCLA has a
You got
25 game
USC.
winning streak.
UCLA gonna be the only team that
Yep,
give you.
they got a 25 game winning streak, and they have the All-American center.
But UCLA is going to be a good game, you know.
They only lost one game all year, if I'm not mistaken.
Texas.
Mhm.
I was
But-
going to mention Texas.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Texas is tough too.
And then
They are tough until they play UConn. They are tough.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Stanford is another team you got to watch out for. They may not look tough, but they can sure enough put up the points. So, you know, because they got that, what's that girl? Swing, the swing forward, whatever her name is. I can't think of her name, but this girl can shoot from anywhere on the floor. You could put her in the concession stand and she'll probably hit a shot.
Mhm.
Well, how
She's
about the
making-
leading scorer at Vanderbilt? You got a girl that's leading the whole nation in scoring, playing for
Yeah, here's
Vanderbilt.
the problem. Bruce said this, they got beat by 50 in the tournament, so that means the team fizzled out.
Yeah, she's
How
tough.
did the team get beat by 50?
Her name is Blakely.
Mhm.
Yeah, McKay. Yeah.
But she
How
was-
do you let the team get beat by 50?
Well, the SEC, that's SEC is clearly the best women's conference overall. You got LSU, you got South Carolina, Vandy. That top
Right there.
They
You
kill
got-
each other, and they kill each other during the regular season.
They got the Auburn was good too.
Postseason. It's
Well, we
amazing
used to do that in the Big East when we had Notre Dame back in the day with Noelle Ivy and Ruth, the woman, the big
I
center.
knew you come out the
What
one
goes
that-
around comes around, you know.
Yeah,
Just so happens they have it this year.
Hey, Skylar, don't forget Skylar Diggins. She
Yeah,
took UConn
Skylar
out
Diggins, yeah.
twice. They
But
took
the thing
UConn
is,
out.
if you play against the
But,
best
you
team,
know,
Rutgers,
that makes you better.
yep.
Oh, sure.
Makes you better.
We're gonna-
But when it comes time to play UConn, you know, it's a different animal.
that
Speaking of
makes you-
UConn, we have to conclude that Gino Auriemma has to be the greatest coach, period,
in the history of the game.
of
He
all
is.
of all coaches.
What bothers me is people keep saying he get the best players. They got 1 million girls, and they think that 12 that he get is his sister.
You know what
I
they're
think
not
the thing
looking
with Gino, I think the thing with Gino, he's won with every single way. You know, you go back to the first team where you had the two twin
Carol
towers,
Walters and
Lobo,
yeah,
Lobo.
Rebecca
Yeah.
Lobo.
and then you got the team with Bird and Swin Cash and
Yeah.
Diana
The
Taurasi.
interchangeables.
And Maya
Yep.
Moore.
You know, he's won every way possible, and he's maintained the thing. I think that's the thing that's really has set him apart. But the thing is, I think there's I still, even though they've dominated, I think there's still a lot more balance in women's basketball. Because let's face it, we went through that era where it was just UConn and Tennessee and everybody else. Now you got South Carolina that's won. See what Vandy's done. I mean, USC will probably be a little bit better this year if Juju wasn't hurt as well.
Now
So-
Juju will be back next year. They'll be in the picture.
The thing is, there's more balance now. But the one constant is UConn still is.
And do
always
you
still
know
gonna be
who's the
conversation.
only team to ever qualify for the NCAA women's tournament every year in the history of his existence? Only one team. It should be easy to pick.
UConn.
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay. So I was gonna say I thought Gino with his program, he's been really consistent. And when you look at it, he's the only coach so far that has 11 seasons of being undefeated during the regular season.
Exactly.
Seven of them has gone on to win the championship. So we'll see what happens this year.
Yeah.
And plus, he
I
gets the
mean-
'1 recruit coming in next year.
Yeah, so I mean,
No, he
but
gets
his
the number 3
record
recruit next
is-
year, Larry. Number
he's
1
been so
recruit's already
consistent.
gone to, I think, either Iowa State, somewhere out there in the Big 12.
Are they
Number
getting a
one-
center or a guard?
She's a center.
Both.
She's 6'8". She's
Oh,
like
they got a
6'8".
problem.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if Sarah Strong, if Sarah Strong is going to play the 4, and you get a big girl, and the girl that's playing the center can move over to the 3 and they have a point guard, they're going to win it again.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's like back in the day when Gino said we got Diana and
Everybody else.
has it.
That's it.
And she's been, now
That's it. We have
now
Diana and
you
you
can
don't.
basically say that with
We got Diana.
Strong. Yeah.
You know, but I mean, and think about this. I mean, this UConn women's team has been dominant, but it's a team effort because this is the first year that Gino Auriemma has had a balanced scoring attack. You
Yeah.
know, go back over the years. He always had a Sue Bird. He had Diana Taurasi. He had a Maya Moore. He had a Shea Ralph. He had a backup in a Rebecca Lobo. He had a good one in a Kara Walters. What's the other girl's name? Dotson. Stephanie Dotson or whatever her name is.
Yep.
He's had all these different players, but this is the first time he's ever had a balanced scoring. And AZ Fudd is not doing it by herself. Sarah Strong's getting it done on the inside. I wish I could remember that Korean girl's name, but she is a beast. Montgomery is getting it done. I mean, what are you going to do, man? I mean,
Let me ask you, hey, Bishop, let me ask you a quick question. Who
Go ahead.
is the #1 all-time greatest UConn women's basketball player?
Diana
Can't
Taurasi.
say.
I go
Now,
with
Diana
Taurasi, man.
Taurasi.
They had so many.
What
My-
about the
They're
girl that played with
overall
the Liberty?
most valuable. I'll say
Brianna
most valuable.
Stewart.
If
Diana
you're going to do
Taurasi
that,
was like Kobe,
She had
man.
a great career.
I'm saying the
Stewart was
best.
a beast. You know,
Stewart
Stewart got
never
four.
lost.
Brianna
rings.
Stewart
I
has
mean,
4.
Yeah, she never lost.
Brianna Stewart does have 4.
Not only does
but-
she have 4, she got 4 MVP championships in the championship round too.
Yeah, and listen, I applaud Brianna Stewart, but she is not the all-time great.
No,
Because
Diana
I mean, you
Taurasi
know,
did that.
she's among the greats, but the greatest is ranked is Diana Taurasi.
Oh, yeah.
That's the name that stands out for
She
some
was like
reason.
Maya Moore was a beast.
Yep,
Who?
say it again, Bruce.
My mom was tough, but Diana Taurasi, she had ice water in her veins. She was like Kobe, man.
She did.
Yeah.
She had
mean-
coach-like instinct. I mean, she
Who
had
was
that.
who was more like? Who was Maya Moore
Huh?
like?
Maya Moore was
Like Kobe.
no.
She was
Like
like the
Kobe.
ice man.
Yeah,
She was
think
like Kobe. Kobe even said that. They called her the White Mamba.
Maya Moore wasn't a slasher. Maya Moore, she could score, but Maya Moore, she was more of a jump shooter than she was a slasher. Kobe slashed. He was good at
No, I'm
slashing.
talking about Diana
She
Taurasi.
take it any way she wanted
Diana
to.
Tell them
Taurasi, you're
again,
right.
lad. Tell them again, lad, what you said.
My boy could take it any way she wanted to.
Anyway, yeah.
There was no doubt
Senior
Maya Moore
role,
could go wherever she
yeah,
wanted to.
And why she got those championships when she went to WNBA? She just made them up.
No, you're missing my point now. The question was who was the greatest single UConn player of all time? Right now, it is Diana Taurasi. Maya Moore is in the mix, but Diana Taurasi
Who
still
got the
top
most
of the list.
NBA champion? Who got the most WNBA championships?
Well, Maya Moore does now. She's got 2. Taurasi has 1.
No, I think Minnesota. I think Maya Moore may have
My
3.
boy got more than that. Let me look
She-
that
I think
up.
she has
You said
3.
2?
I thought she
She got
had
more
2.
than 2.
Nah, she got more than 2.
Minnesota Lynx won 3.
Yeah, I think
they won
more than 2.
I don't think the Minnesota Lynx won 3. I know they won 2.
She
Sue
got
Bird
4.
has-
She got 4.
I was going
All
to
right.
say, yeah, they
1,
got,
2,
yeah.
3, 4. She got 4.
What does Sue Bird have? Because I know
I think
Sue
she
Bird
has 3.
Yeah, okay. And
So
all
my
those
boy
are
who?
MVP.
I had to grow up from
My
LSU.
boys who?
All right. Well,
Hello?
All right, I think. All right, I'm going to say it this way. I think the all-time UConn 4, and then center by committee. I may even have to put Tina Charles in the middle, but you got to put Sue Bird as the 1, Diana
Yep.
Taurasi as the 2, Maya
Yep.
Moore as the 3, Brianna
Yep.
Stewart's the 4, and then 5. It's like center by committee. You know,
well,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't forget Swing Cash and them girls now.
Oh yeah, but they were interchangeable.
I'm trying to think. Was there a great UConn women's center? I can't think
Kara
of one.
Walters,
No, she was just above
just
average.
6'7", just put it in. She was unstoppable.
Stephanie Dolson was just as
She was unstoppable. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm not going to put Dolson over Walters because Walters, you
Tina
know,
Charles. How about Tina Charles?
Lobo was one of the
Charles is
best.
another one.
One of the best, man.
That's another one.
See,
I mean,
with Sarah Strong,
Lobo was one of the best.
forward because they brought the girl Sarah Williams in to free up Sarah Strong.
Yeah,
Sarah
Sarah
Strong.
Strong's playing the forward.
She played
Yep.
a forward.
So we're gonna wait and see what happens there. We got a lot to look forward to in this this first weekend, and I'm looking for upsets. Anybody got any ideas? SMU is playing Tennessee. I think that 11-6 matchup right there could turn up to be an upset because if you
Who's the
remember,
512s? I think it's going to be the 512s again.
St. John's is a 5. They're playing McNeese State is a 12. So that I expect St. John's.
Now, who came from McNeese State? Didn't Dumars come from there?
Yeah, he did. He did, but McNeese State ain't that great. They good.
St. John's going to torch them.
They're gonna torch them. I'm looking for an upset. The only upset I see right now is SMU taking out Tennessee, and then VCU could make some noise. NC State could make some noise because those are the four. One more of them played in. Trying to think who it because North Carolina ain't saying nothing. South Florida could make some noise. You gotta watch. You gotta watch UCF too. US South Florida Central or whatever they are. They just won their conference title too. Keep your eye on them, man. These mid majors are going to be people to watch. All right, they jerked Miami of Ohio. This team lost one game all year long. Played a decent schedule, even though it was a top 40 schedule. They were like 39 or 40, 41, somewhere in the neighborhood. But still, as a mid-major, they're going to take one of these D1 teams down, one of these bigger teams down. So keep your eye open for that upset. That's all I'm saying to you.
All right,
Well, Howard University is now beating UMBC 9-4.
You know
Let's
what?
switch to the NBA right quick.
Yeah,
Now,
go ahead, go to the NBA because I want to find out about the NBA supposed to be adding 2 expansion teams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Seattle and Vegas.
You guys
Oh,
think
they are?
that's going to water down the league a little bit or what?
Ain't no way, man.
Nah,
They should have teams.
I think it's going to open the door for more teams to come.
Yeah, the
How
NBA.
are they gonna staff the team?
They got plenty. Look. They got all these guys. They got 9 freshmen gonna be the top picks in college this year. They got guys come. The NBA is in great shape. They got all these team guys coming in. They got the average guys coming in. You know what I mean?
Now keep in mind,
it's in great shape. It's time. They should add 3 new teams.
I wish we get
you got a lot of coaches that are going to be looking for jobs. I'm talking about assistant coaches. So you got a slew of head coaches that could become a slew of assistant coaches that could become head coaches. So they're not going to be hurting. In what are you doing to me, Mister?
Yeah, let me explain about the Connecticut. I think the Celtics or either the Knicks is blocking Connecticut because just like they want to put a team in Nashville and Memphis blocked that because they're in Nashville.
It's not that people.
No. I'm saying what he talked about yesterday. They said that they wanted to put a team in Nashville, but the Memphis Grizzlies, they're both in the same state, but they blocked that because they don't want that competition.
Yeah, but that's not the case in Connecticut. In Connecticut,
okay,
they want to put a team here, but they don't have enough fan support. The women got a lot of fan support, but the men, same thing with hockey. They wanted to put a hockey team. They tried 2 teams in Connecticut hockey. They don't get enough fan support. The women, different story. They get plenty of fan support.
Yeah, but the reason
But a pro team, they don't.
But the reason I'm saying what I'm saying, that's why they blocked the Knicks in our area, and they blocked the Celtics. I'm talking about some of these. I'm not talking about League Pass. I mean, you can't watch it. I can't get the Knicks at MSG because they block it because they want us to go to the Knicks games.
But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when they talk about adding teams, the first thing they look at is fan support.
Yeah.
Look at how many people gonna support them in Connecticut, got a low following in basketball. It's not. You think that if they had the following in Connecticut, they would let the Knicks or the Celtics stop them? Come on,
but
man.
they're doing it now. That's
Nah,
why
they
they
ain't
block
doing that.
MSG when we can't watch the game.
It's a difference
Because they want us to go to the game.
Listen,
That's what I'm. That's Bruce.
it's a difference in the network. The network go by how they gonna make their money.
Because they want us to go to the game.
Yeah, but the network and the NBA is altogether different. You think they went to the networks to ask them who they gonna add to the NBA when they said Seattle?
I'm not talking about the NBA itself. I'm just talking about them teams. Like the Celtics. We can't watch the Celtics games on some of our.
Even in football, they do most of your area. In Connecticut, they either gonna show you the Patriots,
right,
the Giants,
right.
That's their market. But I'm saying when the NBA get ready to add more teams, they're not going to the network. They looking to see who got the most fan support.
Nope.
First buy-in. That's why they keep going around. You see who had the package. Now is Prime got it. They follow that money. They follow the money. Everything is coming down the streaming now.
No, but I agree with you about Connecticut. I'm not disagreeing about Connecticut.
Yeah, but they're not gonna let. They're not gonna let.
We don't have the fan base.
They're not gonna let the network dictate what state gonna get a team. That's all I'm saying.
Connecticut don't ever get one, Bruce, because there's 4 in New York or 3 in New York. You got the Knicks, you got the Nets for basketball. You got the Jets, Giants, and and Buffalo. You've got 2 soccer leagues, 2 soccer teams, 2 baseball teams. Is it 2 baseball teams? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's saturated. And then up northeast of us, Boston has all their stuff up there. So Connecticut getting a pro team is going to be almost impossible.
Yeah, but they tried. Remember they had the CBA team here, Sue Campbell.
They did. Yep.
That's when they found out that they don't get enough support. See, if they would have got the support, then Connecticut would have had a team.
Yeah, but
how much support? Yeah,
you gotta remember, we too rat-tied and tangled in either a Boston team or a New York team.
Because
they already established.
But look at it. You can't call it the Hartford because Hartford is not big enough. New Haven is not big enough. Neither is Bridgeport or Waterbury. So you have to call it Connecticut. But Stamford and Norwalk and Greenwich right next to New York. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're more closer to the Knicks.
Yeah, but if they was gonna put a team in Connecticut, it would have to be Hartford or New Haven.
Hartford's not big enough.
It's big enough. It's big enough.
Boston right there.
It don't make no difference. It would have to be Hartford and New Haven. It would never be a small town like Norwalk or Greenwich. I'm saying they would put it in a big city, and those the biggest cities: Bridgeport, Hartford, and New Haven. That's the only 3 cities.
That's it. And behind that one is Waterbury. Behind that is New London, and neither Waterbury or New London are big enough for anything.
Fargo, it ain't no Memphis. Yeah, New Haven is.
Yes, what I'm saying, if they got the support, they're not looking for the people just to come there.
Los Angeles alone is big in all Connecticut, probably. All Connecticut.
Yeah, they got 2 teams in Los Angeles. But I'm saying they got the support. They got the support.
I understand that.
That's why they going to do it.
For the simple fact, it goes that way with everything with us. We don't never get the support we need in anything we do. Never.
They had the New Haven Nighthawks for hockey.
For how long? About 20 years, and then all of a sudden they disappeared.
They don't get the support.
So we can't get New York to come here. We can't get Boston to come here. But they won't come here.
Remember, Don, a few years ago when the Patriots were talking about moving to Connecticut, Robert Kraft played us like a fiddle, man. Come on. Robert Kraft played us like a fiddle.
But it was no way it was going to happen now that
anybody in the pipeline knew that wasn't going to happen.
But he did that to get a new stadium built. Then he
and he got his new stadium built.
But I tell you something though, if you put a team in Connecticut and they got the support, it would probably go because the people might be, people might be ready for that now.
Yeah, but see, we're not big enough. That's what Jerry said. We're not big enough to get the support that we need, and people would have to come from out of town.
Yeah.
And with New York already set, Boston already set, who's gonna come?
That's my point. Who's
gonna come?
I remember when they had the New Haven Coliseum, when they brought Dr. J playing against the Washington Bullets in NBA preseason, because I went to the games, right? And he had a nice crowd. Dr. J couldn't even pack up in New Haven because people, they can see Doc in New York.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
Jerry, go back a few years. Giants, while they were building Giants Stadium, the Giants played in Yale Bowl. They couldn't even pack up Yale Bowl.
Right.
They couldn't even pack up Yale Bowl. Come on.
I'm saying they don't get the support. It's not that, when the Giants played in New Haven, it was no excuse for them not to get the support because they wasn't playing in New York. So the bottom line is the people don't support sports team in Connecticut. It's not because of the Patriots.
No, because Connecticut is so spread out. But for somebody to come down from Norwalk to come to New Haven, a lot of people are not gonna make that travel. New York is big.
Oh, they'll come.
I'm saying New York is.
They got bus
cities
trips.
like Philly, Chicago. That's why them cities like Brooklyn are big cities.
Yeah, but you hear what Don
New Haven is so small.
Yeah, but you hear what Don just said.
What did he say?
He said when they got them teams like that, the people will get on that bus and go if they win it. See, but the people here, they don't support it. It's not that they too small. They don't support it. The perfect example was when the Giants played in Yale Bowl.
I remember that.
That means they wasn't playing in New York. They were playing in Yale Bowl. There's no excuse for it not to be.
New York didn't hardly come.
They just don't support sports here. They tried it. They tried it on the lower level to check it out to see if it was worth bringing a pro. Yeah.
Hey, Jerry, if it was a national badminton club, the place be jam packed. But no, seriously, and you gotta look at the demographics. In Connecticut, we're badly split between Boston and New York. Okay, I mean, I would say up to New Haven, they're mostly New York fans, and then beyond New Haven, going up toward Waterford, New London, and places like that, they're probably all Celtic fans, Patriot fans, people of that nature. So because of the split, you're not going to really see the support that you're supposed to have. Now, had the Patriots went to Yale Bowl, that place might have filled up for all we know. But now the other thing you got to understand, I'm joking when I say this, so you got to excuse me. But if you don't fit bowling and Uzi, man, you ain't coming to New Haven anyway.
They never extended Yale Bowl.
For
years.
So Kendall, why is the networks around here be blocking the Knicks games and Boston games?
It's all about that money.
Well, listen, the split, when he was just talking about the split's even deeper than that. New Haven would be the Knicks and East Haven would be the Celtics. New Haven would be the Yankees and East Haven would be the Patriots. Would be the Boston Red Sox. You got the Giants and the Patriots. It's like I think we have too much to do. That sounds strange, but there is a lot to do in Connecticut, and we have the Yale infiltration. We got the Mohegan Sun. I just don't think that we're populated enough for us to have an NBA team or even a football team. We don't fill up Yale Bowl for the Yale games.
No, we don't.
We're just watching it on television. We're picking apples at Lyman Orchard. We're skiing at Ski Sundown. I know they have a lot of that going on, but literally the teams are really focused in the metropolitans, Boston fans, there's enough people downtown Boston, literally downtown Boston, to fill it up. There's enough people in Madison Square Garden, even in Utah, to where they're set up. Even in Memphis, to where they're set up, there's enough people in the immediate vicinity for them to just walk in and fill the stadium. Chicago,
both Memphis and Utah are larger than New Haven.
Yeah,
so you really said much of anything.
We got a comment from Donald's wife, Vera. The only sport that sold out was wrestling. She said.
That's it.
Yeah, wrestling.
Even look at
Yeah.
New York. They got the Nets and the Knicks right there together.
Yeah.
And they're making money.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse about Connecticut being in the middle. People just don't support it.
Right.
I mean, New York and New Jersey right there together, they got plenty of support.
Yeah.
Look how big New York is.
Yeah, but look how small Jersey is.
But I'm saying, but no, I'm talking about New York.
I'm
You
saying,
from New York.
you talking about they're in the middle of
Manhattan
Boston.
Manhattan alone is bigger than all Connecticut. Just Manhattan.
No, that ain't it.
Eric, when you talk about New York, you got to include the 5 boroughs plus Long Island. That's New York City. That's what they
Yeah.
call New York City. The 5
Yeah.
boroughs plus Long Island. That's quite a few people, man. That's quite a few people. Them 5 boroughs alone. I mean, if they took everybody out of all 5 boroughs and put them in Madison Square Garden, they would still need more seats.
That's why they Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm. You about to say, Bruce?
Yeah, what the point I'm making is y'all said that Connecticut is right between Boston and New York.
Yep.
And it don't make no difference because Jersey and New York is right there together, and both of them got teams. And most of everybody in that area is a Knicks fan, but the Nets still make it. So that's what I'm saying. With the supporting Connecticut, like Vera said, it ain't that the people don't like it; they don't support it. Now, wrestling, if you go down to when the Coliseum was there, that was jam packed.
Come on here now.
Sports. It's got nothing to do with them being too close to Boston or too close to New York.
They
Okay, let me ask you a question then. How far from is New Jersey from Philly?
Not too far.
Okay.
Maybe an hour. If you're down in Camden, it's 45 minutes.
From Newark is 40. It's 50 miles from Newark.
Okay, I'm saying, I mean, you go from New Jersey to Philly in less than an hour, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Philly got their own team. Jersey had their own team. The Jersey Nets, and you have Philadelphia.
What's that little nasty river that separates from there?
People in both cities to support it.
Yeah, but
only they had to fill up with Philly.
Hey, Jerry, you gotta understand. Philly and Jersey are separated by this little nasty river. I can't think of the name of it.
Because
once you cross the Franklin, the Ben Franklin Bridge, you in Philly, and that's from.
You're right there.
Right. No, but what I'm saying, but those are cities. We're talking about the whole state. And a lot of people are not going to come down from Norwalk. If you come down to, let's say, New Haven,
that's
they go right to New York. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but Philly is a city by itself. That people in Philly is going to support it, unless somebody live in Atlanta, but they're not diehard fans because they moved to Atlanta from New Haven, or they moved to Atlanta from New York. But most of them cities like Philly, Chicago, and Memphis, and cities like Indiana or OKC, they're a city that will support because that's all they really got.
I'm talking about Jersey, not mine, Philly. I'm talking about Jersey. If who got the most fans? The Nets or the Knicks?
The Knicks.
All right, then. So
probably the Yankees, but we ain't talking baseball.
Because I'm saying Philly and New York is right there.
I'm saying
right next to each other.
I'm saying the Knicks got many more fans than the Nets, and they making it. Connecticut ain't that small. I don't know what you're thinking about. Connecticut ain't that small.
No, it's highly populated. It's small, but it's highly populated.
I'm not talking about just Connecticut. I'm talking about a city because Connecticut is big. But Connecticut, somebody from New London to come all the way from New London to New Haven, where's it going to be at? Where is the stadium going to be at? Or the place? Where's going to be at?
If they was going to bring a team to Connecticut, you better believe they're going to build a stadium for them.
Maybe Mohegan Suns might go up there.
Yeah, it might be that. It might be Mohegan Suns.
They're going to probably build that stadium in the middle, right there in Hartford.
They still got rid of it.
Yeah, but the bottom line is they don't get fan support. Just like you just said, people not gonna come down from here to go to here. That's what you call fan support. People don't support their team.
One thing for sure, Jerry, when they do look around, they do look at fan support. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They talk about bringing a team.
I understand all that.
One of the top things they got to look at is fan support.
Because
if it's not going to sell out, they're not going to be
right. The only thing I'm saying, you guys looking at the state of Connecticut. I'm looking at the cities. Because most of that's
But
why
you
I'm
can't
saying.
look at the
That's why Memphis wanted to block Nashville.
Yeah, but you can't look at the cities. How you gonna look at the cities?
Because most of them are in cities. Boston is a city that's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Boston got little. Massachusetts got little cities too that wouldn't support it because they're not a big city, Bruce.
I'm saying
Philly is a big city.
Yeah, but
in
I'm saying
Pennsylvania.
Hartford is big enough.
Hartford City or the state of Connecticut?
I'm telling Hartford.
No, Hartford is big enough.
The only thing the state come in is
Hartford's right next to Boston.
Yeah, listen, the only time you mention the state is when you say, what city in this state are you gonna put this team at?
I'm asking you.
I'm saying it could go to Hartford. People come from. You think everybody that go to the Knicks live in Manhattan?
No,
I did.
We went to the Knicks.
So why can't people from Norwalk come down Hartford to watch the game?
Listen, every time UConn plays in Hartford, they sell the place out.
Yeah, even in the snowstorm.
I'm saying Norwich. That's
During the snowstorm, you're right.
I'm saying when people, if you got a winner, people will come. That's like people come from Philly. You think it ain't no Knicks fans in Philly that come watch that game?
No, I'm not saying when they built the Hartford Civic Center and the Coliseum, that was their intent. Okay, that was their intent. Not so much to get a professional team, but to bring in entertainment. Whatever kind of entertainment they could bring in, I mean, it's just like
in our day, the Coliseum was doing great,
without a doubt.
We had
because even with the shows that came in from New York, they came from New York,
but
they brought them to
it's
New Haven,
different with
then they brought them
sports.
to Hartford or Boston.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different with sports.
I agree.
They had all these different teams in Connecticut, but they don't get support. That's why they got them out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if they had a team in Connecticut and they were doing good, the people wouldn't support them.
Bruce, let me throw this argument in there. When the New Haven Nighthawks were in the Coliseum, the first 3 years they had great support. But when they couldn't win, the minute they couldn't win a championship back to back or get to the playoffs, it died off. That's one of the reasons why they couldn't afford to keep the Coliseum here, because it cost more money to keep the Coliseum than it would to make a parking lot. So they did what they thought they had to do.
Oh, you know, hurt the Coliseum too when they built the Hartford Civic Center. Because I'm
gonna be honest with you.
Because that's what I'm saying. That's how close Hartford and New Haven is.
Yeah.
See, when the Coliseum was by himself, I mean, the Coliseum was booming. People came out of Hartford.
They always had a civic center in Hartford.
No, they built the Civic Center after they moved.
See, I gotta go back and look that up. I don't know how long.
They always had a stadium in Hartford like that.
Not the Hartford Civic Center.
Yeah, they did.
But not like the Coliseum.
Yeah, they did the same time.
What took the place of the New Haven Arena, Bruce?
Nothing.
No, Coliseum took it.
Oh yeah, from the arena.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they made the arena bigger.
You know why?
With the Coliseum.
You know why? Because the arena was so old school.
But it was bigger.
More for a circus more than anything.
The arena.
No, I said the Coliseum was bigger.
That's why they had to get rid of the arena, because it wasn't big enough.
I agree.
Because
one thing, because they didn't need the arena and the Coliseum in the same city.
The arena was too old. The arena was too old.
All right, so they got the Coliseum. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I know everybody's signing off.
But look at all them good shows they had.
Oh my God! Like I said, they had a lot of good things at the Coliseum. I remember all. I saw
some of the best concerts you ever saw in your life were at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget Parliament Funkadelic and the mothership coming down.
Yeah, I saw him land the mothership in Hartford and New Haven.
That's right.
I saw him land in New Haven. I didn't want to go to Hartford because back then they were fighting.
See, they came to Hartford first. They did, and I wasn't gonna miss out on that.
And then the OJs and Stevie Wonder was a great concert. Earth, Wind and Fire, James Brown. The list goes on and on. There were some great concerts.
And before the Coliseum closed, they hired a brand new marketing team to come in.
You remember, Jerry? Remember the year? Well, we just lost.
They got knocked off. Man.
Yeah, but you remember the year when the CIAC played their regional games in the Coliseum, and they played their championship games up in Hartford. And then they switched it around the following year where they played the regionals in Hartford and the championship at the Coliseum in New Haven. And they didn't fill it up, but I mean, it made for some great basketball, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, ain't no need in these guys coming back. We might as well go ahead and sign off.
Henry, sign us off, bro. Henry, give us a prayer.
All right. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your grace, your love, your mercy, because you are an amazing God. We owe you praise. We owe you glory. And Father, we ask that you bless every household here tonight, Lord, and every family, God, that's listening. Bless them, meet their every need, Father, in the mighty name of Jesus. And we thank you, Lord, for blessing us with the greatest gift, your Son, the Lord Jesus Christ. And we give you praise, glory, and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 All right, we got
Gentlemen, have a good one.
Hey, you
Watch.
too.
Hey, March Madness has begun.